Hi everyone. So let's create this Apple style animation in Capcut. So for this video, we are going to be using the 1:1 aspect ratio or the square aspect ratio. So first of all, I will just head on to my text, okay, and head to Windows plus dot key to bring in my square, make it big. Okay, so it fills up the whole screen and the background is white for this animation. So first, as you can see, this text is there, time to get sleep. Okay, to get this bouncing effect, we have to first bring our text. First, I'll write. Okay, so what I have done is basically selected separate text layers and written one word per layer. Okay, now I have to add animation to this. So I'll just head on to animation and then I will select this. Okay, pop up animation. Okay, so I'll just select everything and head on to animation and hit pop up. Okay, let me increase the duration. Okay, now I'll just move them a bit forward from one another. From here, as you can see in the video, it splits up and then this clock comes in. So I'll just go over here, head on to, transform keyframe and click on the transform keyframe on all of them. Go ahead, okay, and then do the same thing. And this time I just select time and 2, okay, these two, and drag them towards the left. Then select these two and drag them towards the right. Okay, so we get this animation, but it has to be smooth. So hit Alt plus K and then we have to, make it cubic out. Okay, now let's see the animation. Now we'll bring in the clock. So I'll just bring in my PNG. This PNG you can, make it easily in CapCut. So how you can make this is just head on to text. Okay, then head to Windows plus dot key and then you will be getting one circle here. So you get this one circle. Okay, let's change the color. Okay, and then make it big and then just copy this circle, change it. Okay, again the color, put it in the here center, and now again copy this, make it black and then put it here. Okay, so this way you can, get this. I'll be just deleting this for now. Okay, and now for the clock arms, so for that I'll be just bringing in my default text. Okay, and then hit the underscore key and let's make it black. Let's delete some underscores. Okay, zoom it in for better, visibility. So this will be our long hand. Let's copy this, rotate it, put it over here. Let's make this our shorthand. Okay, now with this the design is complete, but as you can see, if you rotate this hands, okay, it is not rotating from here. Okay, we want to rotate from this point. So what we'll do is simply just make this a compound clip, both of these heights. Now wait, let me show you. If I just zoom it in and rotate it, it is rotating from the center. Okay, if I rotate this, it is also rotating from the center. Okay, so first, now let's do the animation of the clock. So it will come up from this place. Okay, when these text go to the extreme ends of the video. So I'll just, bring over here. So now I'll just make all of this a compound clip. Then I just hit on transform keyframe. Okay, go ahead, again hit on transform keyframe, go to the first keyframe and then drag this out of the screen, hit Alt plus K. Okay, and then I just select cubic out. Okay, so we get this animation. Okay, and from here on we'll head on to effects and bring in this shake and put it on this, reduce the speed and strength, so you get that shaking effect. As you can see, this clock is shaking. Okay, let me zoom it in. Okay, after this we have to rotate the hands of the clock. So I just see over here somewhere around 1 second and 25 frames. So I'll just go inside the compound clip and head on to 1 second and 25 frames around here. Okay, and then I'll just zoom this in and start rotating. So I'll just head on to transform keyframe, go ahead and then just increase the rotation, and then I'll do the same thing for this. Click on transform keyframe, go here again, head on take a different transform keyframe, and then just go to the end and then just rotate this. Okay, so we'll get this animation. Now let's head back out, and when this clock stops, what happens is it will zoom in and this red line will come out. So to do that, it's very simple. Just basically from here, okay, I just have to transform keyframe, hit on transform keyframe, go ahead, make this big. Okay, hit Alt plus K, cubic out. Okay, and similarly now I'll be just bringing in another default text. Okay, Windows plus dot key, and this time I'll bring a stroke of the circle, make it red. Let's make it up bigger. Okay, and this time what we have to do is first I'll add in a glow to this. Okay, and what happens is when this becomes big, I'll just hit on the transform keyframe and go ahead and simply just increase the scaling. Okay, something like this. Hit Alt plus K. Okay, and we have to match this, so I'll just bring this over here. The same keyframes in which we scaled this clock up, it has to match the same position of the keyframe. Okay, hit Alt plus K and then cubic out. And now just head on to animation, hit on a simple fade in, and a fade out. So we'll get this animation. And with this, when this expands, as you can see, the text also disperses. So this is a simple animation. Just from here we have to again select our text layers and hit on transform keyframe on all of them. Go ahead over here and simply now we have to move them. Okay, so I'll just select this, move them and twist it a bit, and similarly do for all the text. Now hit Alt plus K and let's do the cubic out animation. So as you can see, this will be the animation till now, and from here everything will go up. So just select all of them. Okay, hit B to cut it, deselect the background. Okay, and hit Alt plus G to make the compound clip. Hit on transform keyframe, go ahead, again hit on transform keyframe. Now drag everything up, hit Alt plus K and cubic out. Okay, and then just shrink this up from the end, animation out and fade out. Okay. And now for the next animation, which is this. Okay. So again, you can make this easily with the tools. Okay. Just simply bring in this, hit Windows plus dot key symbols, and then this time you can select this, make it big. Okay. Something like this. Change the color to this gray. Okay. And now what you have to do, first make it big, hit Alt+G to make it a compound clip. Mask, add mask, and in rectangle, simply, you know, let's keep it this much. Yeah. And then give it a rounded edge. Okay. Or corner, and you will get this. Now to make this thing, okay, simply just again bring in a default text, Windows plus dot key. Okay. Select the square, put it over here. Okay. Choose whatever color, and then another, and then this time make a line. Okay. And put it somewhat like this. You can make it black or whatever color you like. Okay. So design it properly and you will get this. So I have already made PNG out of this and bought in for faster editing. So this is what I created in Capcut. Now after that, we have to simply know when this thing goes up, okay, this will also come up. So let's put it down here first. So when it's here, we'll bring this. Okay. Let's make it a bit bigger, somewhat like this. Yes. And let's make it big. Also increase our background. And from here, simply hit on the transform keyframe. Go ahead and then drag this up. Hit Alt+K and just hit cubic out. It's taking too long, so I just bring the keyframes closer so you get this. And in the start, we can add a fade in animation. Okay, so this will be the animation. And now simply you have to make it a compound clip and then move one up or just copy it and put it a bit forward. Again copy it and put it a bit forward. Okay, somewhat like this. And as you can see, you get this animation. Okay, so you can copy as many as you like. Okay, for multiple cranes, and so you will get this animation. And then when it is over, just simply cut it by hitting B. Okay, now let's see the animation till now. Last animation will be this map one. Wait, yeah. So this will come and then it will turn into a map. So now where to get these icons? Okay, so these are basically Apple user interface icons, okay, on the iPhone. So to get this, what we can do is basically, let me show you, head on to Google and we search for iPhone Control Center UI icons Figma. Okay, and then just head on here. As you can see, we will get this, then hit open in Figma. And as you can see over here, let me do the same. This is the same one which we are using. Okay, so basically you have to just select this, okay, and hit on export here. Okay, keep this PNG and export. And now if you open, let me head on to my downloads and bring. As you can see, you will get this same icon. Okay, so what I have done is I have brought in all the icons and you can get it in the asset folder which I have provided, so you can use it. I have designed it for you, so I'll be using this now. Simply you have to do a slide up animation. Okay, so from here I'll just bring it on top hit on transform keyframe, go ahead, again hit on transform keyframe, go to the start and bring this down. Hit Alt plus K and then cubic out. Okay, and then a stars will come out from this area. So you have to just bring in your default text, Windows plus dot key, and then let me choose this square, make it big. Let's choose yellow color. Okay, make it a bit bigger. Hit Alt plus G, video, mask, add mask, and then select star. Okay, now we have to just make our star smaller. So I'll just bring it over here where there is, no background. So I'll just disable it, and so we can see this properly. Again, head back in and make this star shaped. Okay, and just copy this, open this up, change the color to red. Okay, so you get another red one. Okay, now bring both of them to our main area and let's enable this back again. String it over here. Now we have to just simply, when this comes up, let's first make this small, put it over here. What we have to do is this will just come out. Okay, bring this over here, hit on transform keyframe, go ahead, again hit on transform keyframe, go to the start, put it below, go up and put it over here. Now for this one also same thing, transform keyframe at the end, transform keyframe at the start, and at the end keyframe I'll just put this over here. Now hit Alt plus K and a simple cubic out keyframe. Just cut this off and we need to simply add a fade in and fade out. So fade in and a fade out. Okay, so there will be something like this. And for this yellow thing also, a fade out and a fade in, and let's join them over here. Okay, now let's see the animation. And from this part, what will happen, this will turn over. So I'll just hit on transform keyframe and deselect this, go ahead and turn it up like this. Okay, so it will turn up like this, and what we can do is hit Alt plus K and select this. We want the animation slow to fast. Okay, so I'll just select bodies and then hold this and make this shorter. Okay, so it will be fast towards the end. Bring the frames closer, and at the end, just around here, what I'll be doing is simply I'll bring in my map. Okay, the map I downloaded the same way I did these icons. Okay, and then crop them or mask them. And when this is here, simply just bring this. Okay, transform keyframe, and now go ahead and then again transform keyframe. At the start I want to match this. Okay, this over here, so I'll just go here, let's make this 89 and 4. So just deselect this, let's make this 89 and this 4. Okay, and at the end what will happen is just twist it a bit up. Okay, so we'll get this animation. So it's a bit of 3D. Okay, it's not totally 3D, but it looks like as if it is. So now hit Alt plus K, and this time we want the animation to be fast to slow. So again hit quaddies, zoom this in, select this, drag this in, select this and drag this up. Okay, it talk the scale. And from here at the end there will be a line. Okay, so just bring in a default text, make it black, put it up like this. Okay, animation, make this swipe right. Okay, so it turns and then okay, just make it bigger, and here the person's face will be there. Mask, alt mask, circle, put it like this. Okay, over here, and simply I can hit fading. Okay, now let's see our total animation. Okay, so with this we end our video. Hope you learned something new from this tutorial. See you in the next.